We are going to be creating these very colorful jellyfish today using some very special color families. Let's see how we're going to do it. The color families that we're going to be looking at and using today in our artwork are the cool color family and the warm color family. The warm color family creates a sense of warmth and reminds us of sunshine and heat. You will see colors like red, orange, and yellow, and even pink in a warm color family. And then the cool color family creates a sense of coolness and reminds us of water and sky and ice. In the cool color family, you'll find colors like green, blue, and purple. We're going to use crayons and markers to make our jellyfish. And so before we get started, you need to be able to tell the difference between a warm color and a cool color. A warm color is a color like red, orange, and yellow, and even pink. A cool color is green, blue, teal, purple. Warm colors make you think of things that are nice and warm and cozy, like maybe a fire. And cool colors remind us of things that are cool, like ice cubes. We are going to be using warm colors and cool colors. So you are going to get a big circle lid from an old ice cream container, and you are going to place it at the top of your paper. Notice how I have my paper turned vertically up and down, and we're going to draw a circle around half of this lid. So you're going to start on one side, use your pencil to trace around, and stop about halfway. When you move the circle lid, you'll end up with half of a circle. This is going to be the top part of our jellyfish. Next, we're going to draw a light wavy line all the way across from one side to the next. We're going to draw one more part underneath our jellyfish by drawing a little diagonal line that sticks out on the left side, and then a matching one on the right side. These are going to stick out the same distance, just a little bit underneath the jellyfish, and we will connect those with another wavy line underneath. To give our jellyfish some variety, I used a tighter wavy line on the bottom, and my top one is a little bit more spread out. Next, we're going to get some crayons, and we're going to be using some warm colored crayons to add some dots and circles to the top of our jellyfish. Remember that the warm colors are red, orange, yellow, and pink too. You're going to use these warm colored crayons to draw some circles in the top part of our jellyfish, and you're going to want to color those in with your crayons. Make sure when you're adding your dots and circles that you spread them around the top of your jellyfish using lots of different warm colors, making sure to color them in all the way. And we want to have some variety in sizes. So you'll see that I'm doing some of them really big, some of them really small, but I'm coloring all of them in. I even decided to add a couple of little circles around some of my dots. Once we've added our crayon circles, we're going to use a warm colored marker to trace over our pencil line outline of the top of our jellyfish. Now you want this outline to be nice and thick, so you may have to go over it more than once. You're also going to want to use a warm colored marker to trace over the pencil lines from the little wavy line at the bottom. And I also used another warm colored marker to add some circles around my dots at the top. And then in the bottom of this little part, I drew a couple of straight lines from the bottom of the jellyfish to the bottom of this little wavy line. All of the lines that you draw with the markers, you want them to be really thick because we're gonna turn those marker lines into paint using some water in just a minute. Now we've been using lots of warm colors, and for the tentacles of our jellyfish, we're gonna switch to cool colors. Now with these cool colored markers, we're gonna draw lots of different types of wiggly wavy lines, starting at the underside of the jellyfish and going all the way down to the bottom of your paper. Notice how my lines are all kind of different. They're all wiggly, wavy, but some of them are more stretched out. Some of them are more squished together. So make sure you're adding a variety of these cool colored tentacles. After you have added all of your cool colored tentacles, you're going to get a cup of plain water and a paintbrush. Now, because we used washable markers to draw all of our lines and circles, what you can do is paint that plain water right next to all of your marker lines, and it will turn those marker lines into fabulous paint. As you can see, I'm painting right beside my outline with my red marker and kind of pulling that marker paint into the inside of my jellyfish. And then some of those circles that I did around my crayon dots, I can use the marker paint from those sections to spread that paint around as well. And because we filled in our circle dots with crayons, those are going to stand out and you can paint right on top of them. Now, if your marker lines are too skinny, you might not be able to get much paint out of them. So this is very important when you're using your markers that you draw big, thick lines or go over them 2 or 3 times. Now I'm going to also do the same thing on some of my straight lines that I did underneath the body of my jellyfish, just using that water to wake up some of that marker and paint in between those lines. Now, once you're done painting the top of your jellyfish, because we used warm colors, you're going to make sure to really wash your brush before you start painting on top of your cool colored tentacles. So you will notice that I am doing one tentacle at a time and just painting right on top of my marker lines. Again, it's really important when you are using the markers to draw your tentacles that you are using thick lines, because those thick lines are going to help you get lots of juicy paint when you paint the water on top. And as you finish up painting your tentacles, just make sure you are doing one at a time, taking your time, not like Miss Gay speed recording in this video.